I have lots of humorous stories that involve Dr. Whiteley, of which he had made me promise that I would never tell. Rob and I went to high school together. We were fraternity brothers in college. He was one of the groomsmen at our wedding. And Rob was just your typical student. He didn't want the students to know that he did the same stupid things they do. And we did.
So it seems like from both of, just coming in later on your conversations that the relationships were a very important part of your time in this program.
Very much so. We had a group, and 77 had a good group. And,
About how many people were in your cohort?
Oh, I think we had like 26, 28, something like that. I can't remember the exact number. Because some people were a semester behind, semester ahead. But we had a really good group. We actually talked about at some point we might all come back together and start our own company. And then we started having kids.
Yeah, that didn't work. We had in 77, it was 6 other students and I. We were part of the Masters in Chemical Engineering professional degree program.
Okay. Was this a joint
Dr.
BS and professional program?
Right. It was joint bachelor's, joint master's kind of deal. It was with Dr. Maddox, but we had in that group we had Jim Curtis, we had Jay Copelager, we had Vic Rice, we had Marty Kohlmeyer.
Marty, I knew.
Yeah, was part of that. And then let's see, let me think who else was. Oh my goodness, we had John Street. John Street was part of that. Oh, I said 7. John Purdon was part of it. I can't remember who else. Okay, but anyway, we decided that the Masters of the Professional was the best thing to do. We all had an internship with different companies. Mine was with City Service Company in Tulsa. I think John Street had one with Phillips in Bartlesville. Jim Curtis went to Celanese I think that was down in Bay City, where he was. Jay Copelager was down at Chocolate Bayou, where he did his internship. And out of all those, I remember, and Marty Kohlmeyer was in there, and I think he did Union Carbide, and I think all of us got positions with our,
Did you know Mahmoud Moshfeghan?
I do.
Mahmoud was my fraternity big brother.
Really?
Yeah, I was a freshman when he was a senior, and we roomed together.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Mahmoud in quite a few years now. Last time he was here, I think I caught him.
Yeah, he's doing. I think he's with a company that does training.
Yeah, he does a lot of teaching and stuff.
Yeah, for oil and gas and stuff. But I remember he was working on his PhD was something to do with temperature changes in a U-bend or something.
Did he work with Bell? Oh,
Worked
Maddox.
with Bell, Dr. Bell and Dr. Maddox. But I think that was with Dr. Bell. I think was on the heat transfer in the U-bend kind of deal.
He did a lot of papers with Dr. Maddox, I know that.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, last time I really had a chance to talk to him in detail when he was here in town and his son was getting married in Tulsa. We used to get a group of I can't remember if you were a part of that group because my memory's just not as good anymore. We'd go over to the student union and do our homework at night.
No, I wasn't in that one, but the group I was with, we would meet in Kerr Hall. Kerr Hall, we would go up to the mezzanine level, and I think we had studies up there. We had homework sessions, and we would work on stuff up there.
We had a group, probably about 12 to 15 people who would get together and do our homework.
Yeah.
And that group included Ann,
okay.
Ann Whiteley now, included Susan, my wife, and Jane Bradley. And then the guys were there. Mm-hmm. And we had a little policy for safety. Somebody always walked the different girls home.
Yeah.
And it was junior year Dead Week, Friday before Dead Week. We were doing a study session.
Yeah.
And I was walking Susan home to her apartment.
Yeah.
We were going by Old Central. She reached down and grabbed my hand.
Oh my goodness.
42 years now.
Wow. She reached reached out to you,
Yeah,
George?
I was just the typical, nerd,
Yeah, you didn't know what to do.
but that's how we got married a few months later. Didn't take long.
Didn't take long.
We dated that summer. She was working in Oklahoma City. I was working in Tulsa. We'd get on the turnpike, meet halfway.
Meet halfway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Meet in Stroud. That was the halfway point.
Sometimes just a turnaround.
Oh, just turn around. Yeah.